Hello, I'm Adrian, and in this video we'll look at how you set up an on-request course. To get started, I'll click on the Create New option from the Courses section in the system, and you'll see that I have several options to choose from, and the second option from the top is On Request. This is by far the most flexible option. With on-set dates, you have to set specific dates and times when it's happening, and with on-demand, you have to upload content for people to consume after they enroll into the course. Whereas on request courses, you don't really need to set up a specific date, time, or price even. You can just set up the listing as is, and you allow customers to inquire before you agree on the date and time and the price. So let's see how you set one up. I'll click on this option here, and I'll say example on request course for the title. You can add in a description as usual, and you'll normally have all the traditional options as with any other type of listing in the platform. Where it gets interesting is tab number 2 here for pricing and delivery, and I'll click on it to show you the options that you have on request courses. First of all, you have the pricing options, then duration, and then delivery. We'll focus on each in turn, and you'll see that you have the option to set it up as free, price on inquiry, show customer price range, and specific set pricing. Now, I'll leave it as free for now, and I'll show you once we publish the course the difference between these options. But for now, let's focus on duration. Right now, the duration is set as 1 hour. I'll set it as 3 hours, and I can add additional duration options that the customer can actually choose between. So I'll add a new option here. I'll say additional extended format. Maybe make it 6 hours. We'll cover the topic in more detail. So you can see that you can add in a label, a description, the duration of course, and even an additional price of what this duration option would potentially cost, if there's an extra cost associated with it. If I scroll a bit lower, you'll see in terms of delivery options, I can say that this course can be delivered online, or I can say that it can be delivered in person. And for in person, there's 2 options. You can choose whether the customer travels to you or you will travel to the customer. And of course, for both of these, there's additional setups that you can do. For example, you can choose if the customer comes to you, maybe add the addresses that you can offer the service at, so that the customer can choose which address works best for them. At minimum, you need 1, but you can add additional addresses, and then the customer will be able to choose the one that works best for them. And for the option to travel to the customer, you can accept requests UK-wide, internationally, or you can be a bit more restrictive and only focus on specific cities by choosing them from this drop-down. Okay, so let's publish this course and see the different options in here from the customer side. If I'll click publish, click on share, I'll see the course from the customer side. And let's now focus on the different pricing options. You can see that the course is listed as free. And if I go back to the admin side, I will choose the second option, which is price and inquiry. If I choose that, I will save and look back at the customer side, refresh. You can see that the customer will never be shown in any particular price. It'll just give them a price on inquiry, and then they'll have to inquire to find what the price is. You can add optionally a starting price in here. It's never going to be shown to the customer, but we use it internally when we sort courses by price, so it's useful to add that in as well. Another option is to show the customer a price range, so you can give the customer a rough idea of what the course might cost or what the service might cost. I'll say it's from £200 to £500. And if I refresh here, you can see the rough price range is listed here. And the last option here is set pricing options. So if I add in the options like this, standard, package, 100 per person, and say it's £100. You can add actually more of them. So let's say gold package covers more info. I don't know. You can be creative with this. You can see that it's quite flexible. This one's going to be £200 per person. And if I save, on the customer side, you'll see that it's now £100 to £200 in the price range. And when I register or when I make a request, I will have the option to choose the different pricing offers, and I'll see a real-time calculation of what it's going to cost. I can, of course, as usual, provide the addresses, the dates that work for me, and then go through the rest of the setup. In this case, we have 2 duration options to choose from, so the customer can choose between them too as well. And when it comes to delivery, the customer is now presented with the option to choose whether they want it to be delivered online, they want it to host. In this case, it will be your business name here at their location, and they'll be having the option to enter the location, or they can choose to travel to whatever address you've entered when you set up the course. So they can choose from the ones that you've added. You can see that it's pretty flexible and straightforward for both yourself as the provider of these services and for the customer when they navigate, search, browse options, and when they make an inquiry. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out through the live chat at the bottom right. We're always happy to assist any way we can.